All right, well, here we are.
Are
Are you not recording?
I am 2 minutes in, 3 minutes in.
Technical difficulties.
Technical difficulty.
Yeah. Ash and Burns podcast. Operator Ash is here today, along with a sleeveless wonder. Oh, look at those muscles, ladies. Holy crap. Anywho.
They're only for one woman.
Oh, nice. So last week we got snowed out. So yesterday we didn't have a podcast out because we got snowed out. But today looks like we're good to go.
Yep.
So what's going on in the world you want to talk about? Anything particular?
Well, first let's hear that awesome intro.
Do you like the free flow?
I do like the free flow.
Welcome to the Ash and Burns podcast. Two guys don't know what we're talking about, but come along for the ride. We talk about politics, religion, sex, video games, movies, pop culture, conspiracies, aliens, ghosts, Bigfoots, and
anything and everything.
That's right, Ash and Burns podcast.
Rolled up into a big juicy burrito. With some queso. What do you want to talk about? Because I don't know.
Well, we just had Salisbury steak, mashed potatoes, green beans, stewed apples, and biscuits with honey.
Oh, yeah.
And it was good.
Yeah.
I'm dieting, medically dieting.
Like a chump.
Like a chump. I got no self-control, so I got on the shot bandwagon, and I'm going to hopefully lose some weight doing that.
Hopefully you ain't going to start peeing blood.
I'll just stop if I do.
Can you?
Yeah.
Normally medicine you can't stop.
But this is me, though. This is Operator Ash. Got the vest. Hit me as hard as you want in this vest. Go ahead, I dare you. Nothing. I broke those drumsticks.
Can I punch you?
Yeah. It's a plate in here. Go ahead.
Well, not on camera. I won't be on video assaulting a police officer.
I'm not off duty. You break your hand
You're
anyway.
never off duty.
You punch this, you break your hand.
Really?
It's a steel plate, buddy.
Probably will.
It's got pretty good spalling, too. So when a bullet hits it,
sissy.
it doesn't really hit me up here so much.
Does it ricochet like that?
Well, it's got good spalling. It won't. This supposedly got really good spalling. And so, and the nylon vest here will catch a little bit of it, too. So, But, this whole area right here.
I didn't see a video, but there's a new bulletproof mask. Looks like Deathstroke.
Ooh. One eye?
No, it had two eyes, but it's basically just generic flat, kind of a little bit of a lip right here, and then just kind of round. Look like Deathstroke.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'd paint it as such.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not?
Just half of it's orange.
I'd paint it
half
like
of
a
it's black.
Punisher skull. Scare people.
That's so played out, man.
It is until Daredevil Reborn comes back out.
Oh,
Next
I
thing
was
you know,
just about to say that.
you
Dude,
see Frank Castle, and you're like, okay, it's not played out.
did you ever watch the original series? Dude,
I know.
you got to watch it.
I know.
You got till like May something.
I know.
I saw that trailer, and I'm over here just bricking up.
William Fisk, the Kingpin.
Wilson Fisk.
Oh,
His name's Wilson Fisk.
I thought it was William Fisk. Oh, well, anyway.
Wilson Fisk.
The Kingpin.
Played by Vincent D'Onofrio or whatever.
Vincent D'Onofrio?
Yeah, that's it. Dude.
Apparently he's the mayor.
Every flipping character in the Daredevil series. Top-notch actors.
I like it. It looks good. I'm going to have to watch it just so I can, when it comes, when does it start? March?
March or May.
Yeah.
I know it's an M.
He's like, Frank, you mind putting the hatchet down? Oh,
Yeah, bro.
Castle going to town.
Yeah. Dude, I can't wait, man. I've been a Daredevil fan ever since I saw season 1. I was hooked first 15 minutes in, dude.
My cousin's a big Daredevil fan. He had all the comic books. He had number 3 and up.
I was just talking about the show itself.
Yeah, but I was talking about, my cousin. This is back in the 90s. He collected. He went and bought old copies of Daredevil. That was his boy.
Yeah. It was all, the creators of them, it was all a parody from the Ninja Turtles.
Really?
Yeah. because Daredevil's mentor, they call him Splinter. In the Ninja Turtles, they had the Foot Clan. Well, his adversaries are the Hand.
It is the Hand.
Yeah. It was all supposed to be a parody.
So the Ninja Turtles were out longer than Daredevil?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Or do you think maybe Ninja Turtles ripped off Daredevil?
No, I think Daredevil was made to rip off. Because I think Daredevil came out early 90s, something like that.
That
we
sounds
can,
about
we can
right.
look it up.
Yeah.
But
fans
Ninja Turtles been out since, I know
the 80s.
Yeah, the original comic book version of it, because that's what it was. It was the comic book version. It was even before like the little kid show, which I grew up. I had all the VHS tapes.
Oh yeah,
dude, I loved it.
Ooh, I love it too.
It was the original comic where they all had the same colored headband.
With all reds.
Yeah,
yeah. It's one where Raphael turns into a heroin addict.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it gets real dark and gritty.
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And then Nickelodeon bought it and they made it in like this.
Oh, it made it awesome though, but it's still, still good.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ninja Turtles.
I heard they're making I think they're trying to make a live action The Last Ronin.
I think that'd be pretty good. I've seen different, like, who is the last Ronin? Is it Michelangelo? Is it Donatello? Is it Raphael?
I don't want to spoil anything.
No, there's different ones. There's Raph as a last.
The only one I know it tells you who it is.
Michelangelo. Because he's the carefree one now. He's all serious.
Hey, spoiler alert, everybody.
Oh, come on. Nobody watches this.
Yeah, I know. But still, yeah, end up being Mikey. But
because there's a change of character from the free flow to the serious now. And all his brothers are dead. He carries their headbands and some of their weapons around with him.
Well, their weapons. He's got Leo's broken katana, the bow staff, and then a sai.
See, I've seen different Last Ronin versions. There's a Donatello one. There's a Raph one. I don't think I've ever seen a Leonardo one.
I've only know of just the story. And then the only other person other than Michelangelo that's left is April. And she has the kid with
Casey.
And and that kid, by the time Michelangelo ends up dying, I think the kid's like 8 or 9. So it was a while.
Hmm.
And I think everybody started dying when the kid was like 3.
That's crazy. Hard, gritty comics. Adult comics.
But dude, back on Daredevil, dude, I can't wait.
I know, it looks good. So I was going to ask you this question. Does the Kingpin know that he's Daredevil?
Yeah.
Because he's like, you gave up vigilantism or something like that.
You gotta watch it. Explains it all in the first 3 seasons.
I gotta watch it then. Okay. I'll spend some time. Because I watched all of The Punisher.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Yeah.
So I need to spend time and watch all of it.
Well, season 2 is when they introduced the Punisher. Season one is, I think, like a lot of people probably might think it's slow, because literally season 1 is it's like he don't even get a suit until like the last 15 minutes of the last episode of season.
He's wearing
1.
all the black.
Yeah, he's wearing his own little his own basic throw together, army boots, black cargo pants like a SWAT team would wear. Yeah, he's all like, but it's really like it literally sets up this. It goes really in depth on like the character development. Tells you about his dad, how he got into it. There's even like an episode that's just literally on Wilson Fisk, like him as a kid growing up and why he is now like trying to become a kingpin.
The Kingpin.
Yeah, it's like it's so long, like in-depth, juicy, flipping storytelling. And then season 2 is like, all right, now he's got a suit. Everybody really he's been exposed, and then they introduce the Punisher, which he's kind of the villain the first part, and then finally they through intermingling even though the Punisher could take him out, he doesn't. But
Frank's got a conscience. He don't kill everybody.
Yeah, he doesn't kill him. Like he could have. There's been plenty of times that he could have killed him. But he doesn't take the shot because he knows Daredevil has he's a good person. He's just doing it.
Just does it differently than him.
Yeah, and that's the whole argument between them. He's like, you put them in jail, and they serve their time and they're back out. He's like, I put them in the dirt. He's like, they don't ever come back, But a main part of Daredevil's character arc is he's Catholic, so he doesn't want to murder and kill. But yeah, dude, I can't wait, dude. I can't wait.
Why'd you stop being a vigilante?
Yeah.
The line was crossed.
Well, they were talking about doing the story arc in the Reborn, where in the comic book Wilson Fisk actually finds out who he is, and so I wonder if that's what this is going to be.
Maybe
where he goes after him like personally and stuff, and I think in the comic book he outs him, like Kingpin literally tells everybody, he's like, hey, this
Matt Murdock, the lawyer, is the Daredevil.
Is the devil of Hell's Kitchen, because they don't ever call him Daredevil.
Oh, it's the devil of Hell's Kitchen. Hell's Kitchen's where he's from. That's right. They
call him the devil of Hell's Kitchen.
Well, like in Civil War, Spider-Man exposes himself, but in the movies, Mysterio does it.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
Doctor Strange, fixed it.
Maybe.
Well,
ain't there going to be a new movie with it? Well, they were talking about it, but then also Sony's starting to they're like, no, y'all don't need to use Spider-Man. We're not getting our money worth or something. I think that's what they're talking.
Really, that sucks. Because Holland.
Well, they're going to take Holland out of it, and they're going to keep him as Spider-Man, but they're going to make him his own movies.
So I wish they just go off on the different universe, go off on Garfield's and Toby's.
Yeah,
just go off of that and leave him with the Avengers.
Yeah,
I don't know, but money talks.
Well, no, I think Sony's all butthurt because they released the Venom Last Dance, and they released Morbius, like last year or the year before, something like that, and they were like bombs.
Because you can't. They're not building a universe. They're just doing. They're kind of building a universe.
Well, they're trying to, but the characters they're using, it's like, who cares about Morbius? Who the flip cares about?
I don't care about Morbius.
And then you get flipping Jared Leto to play Morbius. Who was the person before that? He played the Joker in Zack Snyder, and he was the worst version of the Joker.
I tell you, no, he's better than this last Joaquin Phoenix one. Joaquin Phoenix, the Joker 2. Everybody's like, oh yeah, Jared Leto is better.
Oh, okay.
Than this Joker.
Well, before that movie,
he was bottom of the list.
Yeah, I don't know. I think to each their own. Jared Leto's from what I understand, he's a method actor, and he really gets into the character.
He was sending so he was sending dead horse heads to the other actors and stuff.
Well, I know
Will Smith was really mad at him.
No, he was sending Will Smith bullets because Will Smith's character was Deadshot or whatever.
Oh, he had his name on it or something.
No, he was just sending him bullets. Because it was like, hey, you're the gun guy, so here's
I heard that he was doing crazy shit though.
Well, yeah.
He thought he was the Joker, and so everybody's like, okay,
yeah. I mean, that's again. I think the only really good method actor that I've ever heard of is Daniel Day-Lewis, or is that his name?
That's his name, yeah. I didn't know he was a method actor.
Oh yeah, dude.
He gets into it, huh?
Yeah, he gets.
I heard Jim Carrey's really bad. He turns into that character.
Yeah.
And treats the cast as such.
Well, is that before his whole new revelation now? Because
probably all before.
Yeah.
When he played Andy Kaufman, Jerry King Lawler was like, this dude thinks that we weren't friends. We were actually friends with each other. And he's yelling at Lawler, I will get you. And on the Grinch, he just was the Grinch the whole time. And just people. And he admits, he goes, yeah, I went too far that time. He says, I did it again. Yeah. So I think method acting's kind of silly.
Well, I mean, I think if you could pull it off really good, then why not? But if you're method acting and you're coming up with that version of the Joker,
do it again.
Yeah, that's not.
Because Heath Ledger went to a motel room and just got the voice down and came and just did it.
Yeah.
And then was jumping skateboards over Christian Bale. It's that's the best Joker in my opinion.
Yeah. Oh yeah, his was the best. But that's the whole Dark Knight trilogy in me. I've got into it before. That whole series, it was about the villains. Every movie, the villain was to stand out.
Mm-hmm.
Christian Bale, I think he wasn't a very good Batman.
No.
He just wasn't. He was too skinny and lanky. Even though he did bulk up for that,
he still wasn't.
Batman's a bruiser. You know, he physically trained the body.
What do you think about old Twilight boy? He's not a bruiser. He's more of a detective.
But that's how the world's set up. There's the dude, the director,
before,
he set it up to be, he was bringing Batman out of the bruising and more back into the noir element where he is the detective. Plus, also, it's set in a time where he's like 1 year in. So he's not physically been, you know, he's put himself in shape, but he's not like, it's not like he's
not Ben
5
Affleck.
years in.
He's not an Affleck bruiser.
Yeah.
Taking on Superman.
Yeah.
Do you bleed?
You will.
You know, you heard it. He's Superman. You heard him say that. I'd have went, what's that? What'd you just say? Say it in my face.
Yeah. Well, Superman's a Boy Scout, so
yeah,
he wouldn't have done that.
He wouldn't have done it. I'm excited about the new Superman movie coming out. I hope they don't retell the story. We know the story. Don't retell it. Just get to it. Crypto, though? Come on, man.
I mean, I saw that trailer, too. And they're introducing, like, I think they're doing, like, a Justice League.
Yeah, you see Guy Garrison, or whatever his name is, the Green Lantern.
Yeah. And Hawkman.
Yeah. Was it Hawkman or Hawk Girl?
I think it was Hawkman.
I think it might be Hawkman. I can't remember now.
Well, they're both together anyway.
Yeah.
They just didn't really show her. And then Mr. Fantastic or Incredible.
Oh, Mr. Terrific.
Terrific, yeah.
Yeah, he's like the futuristic cyber inventor something.
Yeah, he's all about gadgets.
Yeah.
He's way better than Batman at gadgets. But yeah, because he has those little balls that fly around and they can like morph into shields for bullets or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, they're doing...
They're going all out.
When I heard James Gunn was taking over, it's like, oh, bro, like he did good with Guardians of the Galaxy. You know, yeah, they were funny, quirky, but if you look at it in a huge picture, like Guardians of the Galaxy was too eccentric for the Marvel universe that they built. You know, they only showed up in like what, Infinity War and Endgame, but.
It was a little out there. There's the Earth problems, and there's the cosmic problems.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like...
It was kind of separated.
It's a good job they put them together, but still.
Yeah, well, they only put them together to fight the Thanos. But, I don't know, with him taking over DC, I'm like, oh, man, he's going to make it too eccentric. You know, too flat. And plus, it's like, I don't know the guy, but I'm just saying, like, his directing style or like the way he projects himself in his movie from his movies or like through his movie, it's like he's got a big head and he's just the key master guy with the plan. And it's like, whoa, hold on, you know.
Now,
but this is pre me seeing the movie. I may see the movie and be like, oh, it was the greatest movie I ever
thought the same thing about The Batman.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, here we go.
Yeah. But that one with James Gunn, that was with I forgot the director's name. I'm horrible with names.
I am too.
That's why I'm like Daniel Day-Lewis. Is that his name? And I see his face, but when he played in There Will Be Blood, dude. Have you watched that movie?
There Will Be Blood. No, I don't watch movies, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Too busy.
Daniel Day-Lewis plays like an oil, the oil tycoon guy. And he's like taking over farms, and he's like, people are like coming to him like, hey, and he's like beating people to death with his own hands. It's like just because he wants that money.
Shit.
Yeah, it's a pretty.
I hate to be a damn method actor doing that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you use it last taco on the fruit stand and start beating the shit out of your damn. Yeah. Wow. I'm a method actor.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Daniel Lewis coming through.
Yeah. But I mean, he from his back on that, I think that he's the only one that he really does like good jobs with characters. Like, I hear there's other people that are method actors that you wouldn't even believe or think would be.
I think De Niro is. There's one movie he was in.
That Nut Job.
He at his old age, he's got woke. Mark Hamill's woke now.
Oh yeah, I know. That's another one.
I love Mark Hamill, but man, I'm like, shut up, dude.
Yeah.
You don't need to talk about politics.
Yeah. Yeah. Stay Luke Skywalker to me.
Yeah. Oh, they fucked Luke Skywalker over, and now he's talking about it out loud. Thank God.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, oh, he got tired and died. Yeah, I mean, everybody wanted to see Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
But we got some bullshit because of Mary Sue. We talked about this before.
Yeah. Well, it was the production cut, Kathleen Kennedy, and she wanted to come in and make it her own stamp. And it's like,
you ruined the whole franchise.
Yeah.
They're going to come out with 3 more, probably.
You know, your whole girl power, you're building off of what a man created already. So it doesn't work when you try to strip the power back.
Ray would have been a very good character
if she had a story arc. If she just didn't, there's a thing called the Force. 2 seconds later, drop the gun.
I'm gonna drop the gun.
Yeah, and it's like, dude, flipping Padawans have to train from like 10 years old. At 10 years old, they say they're too young or old. They start like 5-year-olds.
Luke was too old actually, but there was no choice.
Yeah, but they start at like 5, and they don't even become a Padawan until they're like a teenager. And then when they're a Padawan, they have to follow their master around for like a decade. And then, you know, like, you don't just, oh, there's a Force, and then master, oh, this is a lightsaber?
Well,
beating, flipping Kylo Ren.
Now,
get the flip
I have seen and heard, what was the guy's name, the head guy, before Palpatine? Sidious? Snoke, that's it. I heard that Snoke was Force teaching her and Force opening her up at some sidebar. It doesn't say in the movies, but he was the one pushing her and secretly giving her abilities and stuff and opening her up because he knew the truth. Which would have made it, if they had just said that, I'd have been like, oh, that's why she could do it, because Snoke is doing it. But yeah, they're almost having forced sex together, and he beat her, she beat him, and I'm like, yeah, how strong he was in the very first scene.
Yeah,
just, that laser was like just flinching.
Yeah, and walks out. They shoot, and he just stops their bolts.
But this little
this girl that just picked up a lightsaber could outduel him when he's a train. Like, he was so
he's a Skywalker
awesome
lineage
that Luke Skywalker was scared of him. But
that's right.
But yet she walked up,
and they did.
Story wise, it just. Anyway, I've kind of, just like college football, I'm done with Star Wars. Yeah.
I watched The Mandalorian, and that's the only thing I've watched.
Dude, the first season was awesome. Ever since then,
it got weird. I like the Boba Fett stuff, and I like the ending of it where at the end they're just a little farm by themselves.
Yeah.
It worked out. I liked it. Bill Burr was good in it.
Yeah, he was all right.
Gina was great in it. Oh, yeah. But...
awesome.
I know, boy.
But then they fired her for having
I have a kind of a crush. I don't like muscle girls. I don't like strong girls.
Well, she's lost a bunch of muscle now.
I know.
She's not MMA anymore.
But I kind of, since Deadpool, I've had a crush on her. I'm like, ooh, look at her. I like that. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Tell me more about this.
Yeah. Well, I got an Amazon
crush.
Man crush.
Yeah, you know, because little kids normally have crushes. So what's this man crush?
I have a lot of crushes.
Oh, really?
Gina's one of them. What is the other crush I have right now? I have this little person crush I have. I met her at WrestleMania.
Little person?
Yeah. She's a dwarf, midget. I don't know what you call them now. Little people?
You can't say any of that.
Okay.
I think it's little people.
I think it's little people.
Yeah.
So I have this, I found her on Twitter. I got a crush on her.
Oh, my gosh, dude. You talking about Bridget the midget?
No. 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 I saw her at the WrestleCade when I worked.
She doesn't know you exist, right?
She'll be like, "Oh, it's that guy with the gray beard." But no, she didn't.
It's that really creepy old man.
No, I didn't creep on her. I just was like,
he
"Wow,
just kept
she's
staring at me.
Really pretty and built the way I like it built. Just she's really, really short." I was just fascinated by her.
Well, you going from opposite, huh?
From a 6-foot Amazon? Yeah, and try all spectrums, man.
Right.
You're like, hey, baby. Hey, baby.
Yeah.
Let's wrestle.
Was she a performant wrestler?
Somebody said she was. I never found her doing that.
Where'd you see her? Why did you see her at the wrestling thing then?
She was just there walking around with her husband and her kid. And she was wearing a one-piece, no underwear, no bra. You can see everything. She has big boobs, big butt, very pretty face, and just she's a little person. And I was just fascinated by her. I was just like, and she walked around like she was the center. She was just very outgoing, friendly to
She
everybody.
probably performing then.
She went around and took pictures with everybody. And then I found her on Twitter and OnlyFans. She has OnlyFans, imagine that. And I'm like,
I'm gonna get one.
OnlyFans?
Yeah.
TikTok's going down. Let's start OnlyFans. Let's do it together. We can do it with Viking Revolution beard oils.
I understand if we just take pictures of our feet.
Nobody wants to see my crusty ass feet.
Yeah, I bet you there's dudes that'll pay for that.
Not enough money to make a living. Need to get our wives on board with masks.
No,
Bro, you can get you a pontoon boat and a cabin.
I don't need it that much. Those feet are mine.
Your feet don't do it for me.
Not mine. I'm talking about hers.
I'm talking about women's feet. I'm just like,
I'm not either.
oh, you like
"Ew,
feet?
get the
I'm
things
like,
off me.
they're cold and clammy. Get away. Yeah.
She's trying to always shove them in between my, up in my shin areas. Like, get them warm. And I'm
Yeah. The Amazon will roll over, stick them in my lower back, and I'm like, oh.
How did she get her feet that high?
She's flexible. I actually sleep with my feet hanging off the bed, so I slide down the bed.
Yeah.
And I like my feet to dangle off the edge of the bed. That's comfortable for me.
Well, I don't do that, but I know in the mornings I'm down enough to where, like the bed edge and then my feet, and I like to extend them out and it pop my ankles.
Oh, yeah.
and like pull my just with my feet pulling up, pull my whole body, and it like pops my ankles, stretches them out.
Yeah,
because I'm getting old. I gotta stretch, dude. I have to stretch before I get out of bed now.
dude.
I get up, I lay on my back, I put my knees up, and then I just like twist them to one side, and like I feel that leg muscle stretch,
Yep.
and then I reverse it and get that one.
So you can stand up right.
And then I butterfly my legs open to get my groin and everything, and it's like, and then I roll over, I do my ankles, pull. Dude, I have to stretch.
Gay.
I have to stretch. Because if I don't, I jump up, I'm like,
Oh, no, I get up and I limp to the bathroom. I use the bathroom. And then when I get up, I'm like walking like my back hurts.
yeah,
Because I'm hunched over. I'm like, oh.
yeah.
So I have to like, on purpose at the sink when I'm brushing my teeth or shaving or whatnot, I have to push and stretch my back out so I can stand up straight. Well, sometimes I clean up around the edges. I shave a little bit.
I'll never do that.
I cleaned up a little bit.
My wife's always like, you should do that. I'm like,
Shave like a baby face again.
no, I'm talking about, she's like, just trim up it's growing up here. I'm like, yeah, it's hair.
I trim that.
It's part of my beard.
I don't have very much. I think I'm not very hairy.
Oh,
I'm just not.
my body's
Head
hairy.
or face. Yeah.
My body is
You're like a gorilla.
hairy. I get it from my daddy. Yeah.
I don't know what I get from my daddy. I don't know. I think I get my
back.
hairline from him.
Dude, my shoulders and back.
Really? I don't have any on my shoulders or back.
You might.
Or butt.
That's why in the Ark I'm grape 8, baby.
Yeah, that's right.
The
And that
grape
Gigantopithecus today we tamed.
We.
Should have called it.
I
I
watched
didn't know how to do it.
I told you.
I know we.
You did all the work.
Yeah, because I'm always doing all the work.
It was creeping around that Alpha Raptor. I'm surprised that thing didn't.
They didn't want none.
snuff
They'd
it.
pick them up and throw them.
Yeah. Did you throw yourself with it?
Not yet.
Oh, dude.
I took them to the compound and logged off.
People back in the day, they would get on it and run to like PvP walls and just launch themselves over walls. Yeah.
Start cleaning house.
Well, you can
Throw
also,
out a pet.
you can also make parachutes, and they would have a parachute in their hot bar, throw them way up in the air, and then they would just parachute down over the wall, and just like.
I can see if you throw a crino pet out too. And just put it on
Well,
aggressive.
that was even before cryo pets.
Oh.
So it's like you throw yourself
Talking
over.
about arc.
Yeah, throw yourself over, and they come in with like assault rifles. And then a little monkey, you throw a little monkey down or through a window, and it has a passive trait where if there's a locked door,
unlock it.
it'll unlock the door and open the door.
I read
up.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a fun game, dude. And I'm online looking at it, and a lot of people are bitching about it.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there going, dude, it's a fun game. The graphics are pretty good.
Yeah.
It's a fun game. I enjoy it.
Well, I think it's more
got a
of
lot of
like
glitches.
what the company has done, because the wild cards sold out to Snail or something, and they're Korean, and so they're basically like, because the first deal is you bought Ark Evolved, which is the first version of the game, and then it was like, all right, we're going to update everything to like the newer consoles. We're going to call it Arc Ascended.
Oh, for like the 5s and the S's and X's.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And so when they did that, it was like, okay, cool, it's about to be released. And they're like, oh, by the way, it's a $60 game again. Like, we're not just going to update you for free. You got to buy the whole game again. And
But
people were like,
it is pretty much the same game, though, right?
It is the exact same game. The only thing that Arc Ascended does is they done a little bit of a life quality stuff.
Like the piping, the wiring.
Yeah, the piping.
Has areas.
Instead of it, you running pipe and wire. It just
that could
you
just
put
been
a
an update.
generator. Exactly. That's what everybody was saying. But then they were like, okay, but since we're recharging you for the game, if you buy it now, when Arc 2 comes out, it'll just be a bundle deal. But we're still working on Arc 2. And so everybody's like,
You believe that?
Everybody's like, fine, we'll buy, And
Ascended.
And now all of a sudden, like 6 months after that, they're like, no, Arc 2 is going to be full price now too. Like, it's to the company.
Wildcard now, Snail or whatever.
No, Wildcard made the game originally and then sold it to Snail.
Oh, so Snail came out with Ascended.
Yeah, Snail came out
whatever
with
it's
the
called.
Well, because when Wildcard had it, they were talking about we're going to update it for free. You already bought the game and will be Ascended. But then in the middle of that is when they sold to Snail Game, and then Snail Game's like, no, you're going to buy the game all new now.
Oh, that pissed me off.
Even though it's the exact same game, the exact same maps.
Yeah,
it's just updated graphics.
And I've noticed that there's even a mobile Arc. That's
Yeah.
the same map.
Yeah,
Same things. The island. That's what we mean. You play.
yeah.
And
And I only did that because it's the very first map, and I didn't want to throw you like on Scorched Earth. Because, dude,
I'd have figured it out.
no, that weather effect, man. It's not only the dinosaurs, but like the weather. You get that heat wave coming in, and it lasts for like 20, 25 minutes, and you're a young character. You ain't got no, even in shade, you overheat and die.
Well, how do you beat that?
You gotta build a tent, or you gotta get in water. But the water is like little ponds. It's like as big as footprints to your homes. Well, guess what else is in it? Sarcos are all in the water in the pond, and so they would spawn like 5 Sarcos in a pond as big as your house right here. Yeah, dude, it's flipping brutal, dude. It's brutal.
I think after we're done with this map, I would like to try. What was that one you said? The center.
Well, the center was the fan base that made one. And
Which one do you want
to
to try next? Extinction or?
I mean, the center's a good map. It just doesn't have like story to it. There's no story arc to it. The island has story.
Yeah.
Because technically, when you leave the island, you go to Scorched Earth, and then from Scorched Earth, you go to Aberration.
We're a ways from that though.
And then Aberration goes to Extinction. Yeah.
Like if we concentrated on it, I think we could probably beat it within a week if we concentrated on it.
Well, that's walking up on wild dinos that are like 145, 150.
Dude, those are rare.
Yeah, dude.
It's hard to find.
I mean, I find more alpha flipping raptors than anything.
Dude, we had 5 by the base. Alpha. Yeah. Okay, so we got to slow down here.
Yeah. Get onto our nerdery over here.
Yeah. So this is a game called Ark, where you are on a planet and you're with dinosaurs.
And other things.
And so in this game, you can build a base. You can learn to do different crafts. And you can build stone foundations. You can build wood foundations, tech foundations.
Metal. And tech.
Yeah, that's right. Metal and then tech. And then so you can also tame dinosaurs and ride them and fight other dinosaurs with them. Well, there's a whole ecosystem in this game. Yeah. There's a hierarchy, food chain. There's weather. There's day and night. And it's a pretty big map.
Yeah.
And it's brutal. No quarter given in this game.
Nope.
You're top dog or you're not.
Yeah.
And when you first start off, even on the island, you're not top dog. You're going to die.
Yeah.
And so
Trodons, man.
You just keep building. And at night, they turn into dicks.
Yeah. Because they turn into predators at night.
Yeah.
In the daytime, you have to pretty much brush against them for them to turn hostile. At night, dude, they see you before they're even loaded in the map.
Yeah, there's like 15 of them on you. Next thing you know, you're like, Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you can get a bird and fly around, and there's even dinosaurs that can knock you off your bird. They can jump from a tree, saber-toothed tigers or something.
Yeah.
And then even little crocodiles can jump out of the water and get you.
Calicos or something.
Yeah, they can get you. And
dude, they always get me, man.
I've never had one get me.
Dude, I'm all in that redwoods though.
Yeah, you're in the redwoods. I'm rarely in it. I go to your base in the mountain. That's it.
Yeah.
I spend most of the time up north in the snow. That's where I spend most of my time. Truly, I do.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that.
Well, it's a fun game, especially if you have like a good amount of friends, 4 or 5 people that are on your team. And you all just divide up chores, you know, go out looking for different boss teams.
Oh, yeah. So,
and then you got to run the caves.
I wonder if old Spooky would play with us.
Oh, no.
I don't know if he's got an Xbox or PC that could do it.
If he had any system, because my server's cross-platform. Any.
Arc Ascended. Spooky.
Yeah.
Spooky 13. You could play with us. We play about every night. You don't play Tuesday, Wednesdays.
Yeah.
But I play every night.
Yeah.
Oh well. Ash&Burnz.
Yeah.
ash&burnz@gmail.com. Like and subscribe. It's been 38 minutes. We still got some time.
Yeah. I want to look that patent from that video. How do I even do that?
Oh, the little video I sent you?
Yeah.
I guess just type in U.S. patent search. Do you know the number?
Not off my head.
Is it in that video?
Uh-huh.
I hate the TikTok's going away. I hope they save it. I like TikTok. I want to get on it more, but now it's like, what's the point of getting on it if they're going to crash it? Mr. Beast wants to buy it.
Well,
I mean, it's a great opportunity. If you got the money, I'd buy TikTok and then triple your money. Especially this controversy.
U.S. and then it's like what? A bunch of numbers?
Yeah, U.S. patent.
Why don't you pull up that? Is that your phone there?
Yeah.
So you can't pull up nothing? You mother woody.
You could probably
give me a pen. You got a pen right here? Good gravy, you're useless.
I have toboggan. I have drumsticks. I have Viking Revolution beard oil. I have.
I showed my brother that short.
Yeah. I can't play it. My phone's right there.
I know.
You got it. I sent it to you.
I know. I'm looking through flipping history. I can just pull up you. Yeah, but how in the world?
Well, U.S. Patent Office, they have a bunch of stuff that when you create a patent for it, they can flag it for national security, and then you can't do it or use it. And I imagine if they did that for citizens, they probably have a special thing for the government where, it's like, oh, yeah, use it all you want. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not the government going, oh, we can't use it? Okay. I won't use it then. Ooh. You know what I mean?
You going to help me remember this number when I say it out?
Yeah, I'm good at numbers. Go ahead.
Okay, hold on. It's
a long list of numbers, though, right?
Yeah. Just paint everything blue, people.
Oh, you're talking about that laser technology one?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
What? How do you pause this, bro?
He just pause it. There should be a scrub bar you can scrub up, back and forth.
Okay. 1-0-3-3-7-8-4-1-B2. What's that number?
1033 4
Nope.
8. Oh.
Nope.
10
10-33 78
78
41 B2.
Got it. 1033 78 42.
Search US 10-33 78 42 B what? 1?
I don't remember the last part. I just remember the 1033 78 42. What is that? The ice maker?
I think it's your fridge, man.
So what are you looking up? You don't want to say it yet till you find it? Because this is like dead air, man. Dead air, man.
Talk then, dummy.
Okay, well, U.S. patents, blah, 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 and then the government goes, blah, blah, and the government buy patents, so nobody can take it.
Yeah, I say search, and it's like, oh, it looks like you're wanting to look up a specific one. Well, it's like, well, yeah.
No shit.
Take me to patent public search.
No shit.
Well, and then it pulls up a window that ain't doing jack nothing.
They tracking you, man.
They blocking it.
They got you.
It just said blocked.
Got you.
All right, anyway, video, patent number. I'm gonna say the patent number again.
10, 33,
10, 33.
78.
You have to put US.
10, 33, 78, 42 dash what now? B2?
No, there's no dash. It's 10, 33, 78, 41, B2.
41? Okay.
Hold up. I'm just going to do that. US 10, 33, 48,
78.
78. That's right.
41.
78, 41, B, uppercase B, 2. Oh, pulls it right up. US 10, 33, 78, 41, B, 2, dash, directed energy weapon.
Dun, dun, mm-mm.
Oh, I clicked it. No, I clicked it. It's pulling it up.
So the West is being flooded. No, I'm sorry. The East is being flooded and the West is on fire for Los Angeles 2.0. You believe that part?
Wow.
Now, what do you think about the blue stuff?
I mean, it's. Hold on, I'm reading through here. I don't know if I can just read it flat out. I mean, it's a
U.S. patents government. Yeah, they don't own it. We own it.
Okay. Claims 17. What is claimed is literally how it's worded. What is claimed is.
What is?
Number 1, a directed energy weapon for use against a target. The weapon compromising a plurality of laser units, each of said laser units compromising a fiber laser generating an output beam from a fiber, said output beam conveying power of at least 1 kilowatt. 1.21 gigawatts.
Nope, just 1 kilowatt.
I know, but I was just saying 1.21 kilowatts.
Go back in time.
Is the power needed for a lightning strike. A lightning strike generates
You get that off of Back to the Future, is that fact?
I think it's fact.
Doc Brown.
Yeah, but that's you go back to, but that's 1 kilowatt. So all it needs is a 0.21, and we going back in time.
Shit. Right by the beach.
All right, number 2, the objective lens arrangement for focusing said output beam is a focused beam directed toward the target and a fine adjustment
Mechanical.
No, mechanicism.
Mechanicism.
I can't read. For adjusting a direction of said focused beam. All right. Oh, there's a whole bunch. I mean, I'm just reading like the first part of it.
So what are you alluding to that maybe, perhaps?
I'm just saying there's a laser, there's a U.S. patent for a laser weapon specifically for targeting, targets.
What does that high energy beam do? They don't say laser, but it was a laser. What does it do when it makes contact with a target? Does it say?
I mean, it inputs a power of at least 1 kilowatt.
So
basically a lightning strike. What does lightning strike do? Does the things?
Melts, burns.
Because that's a whole lot of energy.
So there's one thing about the blue stuff that I'm kind of like.
Well, that's what I'm trying to direct down to.
What is the blue stuff that did get burned? Is there blue stuff that did get burned? We just don't know it. You know what I mean? We only focus on the ones we see, but are there blue things that did get burned?
Well, if something blue did burn, it's probably an offshoot of something next to it burning, and then the fire, because the fire ain't going. It don't matter what color it is; it's going to burn.
So, propaganda-wise, I see everywhere that Chinese Chinese families and Chinese patriots, I don't know what to say, but Chinese citizens, there we go, that's what I'm looking for, are painting all their roofs blue. Now, in Maui, when it burned down, all the houses didn't burn down, according to this theory, were the houses with the blue roofs.
Yeah, like Oprah's.
Oprah's and the Rocks. Dwayne the Rock.
Yeah, both billionaires, but asking U.S. citizens to chip in money.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. And then...
Let me get on that.
Let me hop right on that.
So my daughter don't eat, so I can send money.
Oh, Maui needs it. Now, what houses with blue roofs did burn down?
I don't think any.
Well, I mean, do we know? We don't know. That's the thing. We only see one side of it. We have like a freaking bias towards it because we have a theory that we want to prove.
I'm not trying to prove anything.
Well, I know, but
I'm just reading off of the U.S. patent 1033.
I'm using
7841.
I'm using the 1033 7841 to link with the tragedies and the natural disasters we're going through now.
Well, why are you trying to link it? See, that's an agenda.
Yes.
You have an agenda.
I'm theorizing that mayhaps, it is interesting that either they're showing us all this stuff that's blue, because I can find a burnt picture, find something that's not burned, and I can make it blue in Photoshop. Easy. Make it stand out, the only thing blue, which would match the narrative in Maui, which would match the narrative that Chinese citizens are painting theirs blue because we don't like China, and China's the one doing it. It's not us. And so...
Well, how is it a U.S. patent?
Well, if it's a U.S. patent, China doesn't have to adhere to it. It's a U.S. patent.
Yeah.
China copyrights shit all the time.
Well, the publication date is 2019, July 2nd.
Not that long ago, but kind of long ago.
So that's 4.5 years ago.
No, keep going. Keep going, buddy.
Well, it ain't 5. No, it's 5.5 years ago. It's coming up on 6 years.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm telling you.
Let me count to 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6.
Yeah.
No.
Well, is 0 a unit?
Exactly. Are you starting from 0? Yeah.
Is 0 a unit though? For real?
No.
Well, then how is it a thing if it's not a unit?
It's nothing. Exactly. It's a nothing.
So if it's a nothing, then you can't incorporate it. Period.
That's right.
But yet,
it is. It's
100.
It's a theory. 100 is 100.
Yeah, it's 100. What's the 2 units if they're nothing?
That's
it's
the ones
same
and
as
tens.
1.
No, God, quit trying to be like what's his face?
Who?
Terrence something, Iron Man wannabe guy.
Yeah,
man. 1 + 1 = 5.
Let me tell you, on here it says similar documents, and then it's a whole nother. I guess CN, is that Canadian?
Bro, I don't know.
The publication CN 11078028 4B in.
I ain't remember no more numbers.
Yeah, I know. I'm just reading it for reference for the podcast. All right, so December 29th of 2020, this patent from a similar documentation is for receiving system laser radar, including the same and method of echo reception processing.
Like LiDAR. Kinda.
Yeah, and then let's see.
LiDAR's been out for a while though. Cops been using it forever.
Oh, here's one for multiple target tractor and liquid crystal waveguide, which is a LCWG beam steerer for designation, range finding, and active imaging. Active imaging. A multiple target tractor for active imaging.
Tractor or tracker?
Tracker. Am I saying trackers?
So you're saying tractor.
No.
Deere.
A tracker like
Tracker.
I'm going to track you with my eyeballs.
Gotcha.
movement.
So it's just a way to track objects.
Yeah. Oh.
Incoming missiles or people.
Sure. Well, here it just says multiple target.
Well, what do you think about this quantum computer stuff? Did we talk about this last podcast? I don't
Dude,
think we did.
I just think or like people in general are just retarded because Why do you want to create a computer that is? Well, hold on. Let me ask this question. This is my retard brain. This is my retard brain thinking.
All right, I'm ready.
All right. So if they're like, okay, this quantum computer, right? I'm going to put in an equation that would take our supercomputers 10 quadrillion years to figure out.
Older than the universe itself.
Well, hold on. How do you know it would take a supercomputer that long? Because in the scientific method, it has to be observed.
So you're saying...
How do you know that supercomputer would take so many?
Because they gave it to a supercomputer and then gave it time, and the time it had, they just multiplied it to what the equation. Ooh, that's a good question. How do they know that it's going to take that long to undo? I guess statistically and mathematically, it's supposed to take this much time to do.
Well, hold on. So here's my following question to that. How did a human think of a question to ask a supercomputer that would take so many trillions of years to do?
It's just math. They just
but
math.
Then on top of that,
thought experiment.
We know the answer, but a supercomputer that can far outthink a human brain, it takes.
We don't know the answer.
Well, then how do you know it would take the computer that long to answer it? You've got to have a question with an answer to give it to something to test to see how fast it can solve it, because it can just be like 7, and you're like, oh, I guess that's right. And unless you did it yourself,
they know what the answer is.
Well, then
but they probably take shortcuts with math. But a computer, I'm just speculating here.
Well, a computer can do shortcuts with math too.
Maybe they make it do a long form. So allegedly. This is beyond my pay grade. So allegedly then, I'll say this, allegedly the encryption key for most things that we use every day, bank, medical, is my phone blowing up for no reason? Okay.
Yeah.
Might be important.
Uh-oh. They're tapping in. Shut it down, Ash. Shut it down.
No, it's
but to have
definitely Shaffet.
Huh? Okay, is that code word for stuff? I'm about to go to prison, ain't I? You got the SWAT team upstairs ready to bust in on me just for asking a dumb question? How dare you, Ash? I thought we were friends.
We are friends.
Okay. Well, friends don't stop friends from sending each other to prison.
That's right. I'll send you an extra tray.
An extra tray.
Yeah, I'll give you an extra tray. You can get 2 Salisbury steaks.
Ooh. It'd just be taken.
So they figured that this would take this long to figure out, and so that's why they use it.
How do you figure out?
I don't know. So this is what theoretically they said this is how long this is supposed to take to figure out. And
theoretically, I can say anything I wanted.
Okay, so the answer to it is this computer was not supposed to be able to figure this out.
But how did they know for certain?
It did it in 5 minutes.
If they themselves would need that much time.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though. Like,
but they haven't.
It's an encryption that they invented, so they know the answer. So they made up a. God bless. Leave me alone, podcast woman.
So you mean to tell me that human brains created a problem? In less time, it would take a supercomputer that the supercomputer alone outthinks those geniuses that thought of this.
Well, no, I think we have a key to figure it out right here, but to figure it out long form would take that long. It's like we know how long it would take to get to the galaxy. Well, how we know that? Because we know it. But how long would it actually take there? 10,000 years to get to the galaxy, right? So,
well, how? How do we know that?
We measure. We measure and we go, this is how long this will take per modern computing. This is how long this would take. And so if this computer is running at any speed, it should technically take this long to figure this problem out.
You started just Chinese talking to me, boy.
So this quantum computer, Willow, it's the name of Willow, Google Willow. It's a quantum chip. And most computers we have now is a binary.
Yeah.
1 and zeros, yes and no, on and off, binary. It can be one or the other. It can be on or it can be off. There can be an electron in there or there can be no electron in there. That's how binary. That's how that works.
Yeah.
But with a quantum computer, it's both at the same time.
Yeah.
It's yes and no. It's so it figured out this equation in 5 minutes, and so the computer scientists are saying that the only way that this computer could have solved this problem in 5 minutes of 100 quintillion years.
Well, a 1 with 25 zeros
Yeah,
behind
I think
it.
it's quintillion. I think that's right. I think I heard that right.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that it went into the multiverse and had other Willow computers help it figure it out all at the same time. Because we talked a million times, a slit experiment. Particles, superpositioning, it is observable. It does this. Well, not observable, it does this.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's connected to one molecule. Everything is,
Yeah.
And so the Willow computer tapped into that since it's using quantum and pulled all the other quantum Willow computers from other multiverses and solved this in 5 minutes. They said that's the only logical explanation they can figure out how it solved it this fast.
Mm-hmm.
That crazy? But that's stuff but here's the thing, we've always thought that kind of stuff. And so are they just saying it because it makes sense or are they lying?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I could get really sarcastic with it, but I don't know.
Go ahead.
Because I was going
It's
to
your
say,
podcast.
I was going to say, it's kind of weird. It's almost like people having faith in a god, but yet they're called kooks by the scientific people. But yet scientific people are like, oh, we got this computer that can tap into multiverse. Don't worry about proof. We just know it's right.
It is easier for them to believe this is a simulation than to believe into an almighty creator. But then
I believe we are a simulation created by God.
Yeah.
The world as it is,
So
and the way we're going.
A God
simulation.
and a simulation are essentially the same thing as who made the simulation. Who designed the simulation? Who designed the speed of light as a barrier? Who designed us to have 3 dimensions, and that's it. It's a great wall.
Well, the way I look at it is like God, in the way you can wrap your head around it, God would be like me, sitting at a desk, and all of creation, all reality is a computer tower, and I'm watching a screen.
You built it.
Yeah, you built it, and you're just like input, and then
you ever play Spore?
Setting back. But I know all about it.
Yeah.
You start out like a little one cell, and
then you work your way up. Next thing you know, you're flying through space, and you get the species you created.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I thought
it was an old game.
Yeah,
I always wanted it, but just never had a computer good enough to run it because I was poor.
I had to use, I think my father-in-law's computer to play that game.
I always wanted to play Star Wars Galaxies too, where you could be like, if you wanted to be a bartender, you just go and create a little bar, and you created an economy, like you were a person in that economy. You didn't have to go out and like do adventures or go.
So you just be a citizen.
You can be whatever you wanted. You could be a guy that just like runs freight, like a delivery driver, and you can just be whatever.
That's what GTA 6 is supposedly going to be.
Oh my gosh, crazy!
You have it's going to have a whole economic system in it, and like
that won't be exploited.
They're saying it's going to be exploited, and that's part of the game. Exploitation.
Yeah,
there's going to be theoretically drug deals going on there, and certain hard items.
Well, they do that already on 5, don't they?
I don't know. I don't play.
Well, I watched a video. He pretends to be NPCs and like walk, and there's dudes that literally have like, they'll have all their cars lined up, and they're out just all like talking and hanging out like you would on like a block party. And then like he plays
NPC.
He plays as an NPC and like walks up and just like bumps into them, and they all just instantly pull guns out and gun him down. But he's got little micros that was like, or he hits a button and the NPC's like, "You ain't gonna get away with that," and saying like crazy, but like what an NPC in that game would say,
They just steal cars.
No, he never gets that far.
I was gonna say, if you're an NPC in that game, you could probably get pretty close to him.
Yeah. Oh, he does all the time. He'll go up, like he'll be walking, and then like he'll bump into him, and push a little button and be like, "What are you doing that for?" And then they'll pull a gun. But there's sometimes he'll pull a gun and be like, "Pop, pop, pop," and kill. But then of course the 15 other dudes gun him down. Yeah.
I've seen where people play cops.
Oh yeah,
They'll call stops
They
in.
do role playing that. They have servers that like role play, and you get on there.
1061. I got a red Ferrari here passenger one time on San Andreas, and
people do the bank heist, and then you have other players as cops to try to catch them, and all that. Like it's crazy. It gets real in depth.
6 is gonna be nuts, bro.
Yeah, especially with the. I think what's the Unreal Engine they're coming out with?
It's got to be at least 6, 7 now.
Yeah,
probably.
I think so. But I think they're trying to do that. That's what keeps pushing it back so long. Anyway, we were talking about quantum computers.
Well, I mean, AI, quantum computers.
Yeah, they're wanting to hook
video
AI
games
up to that.
I know,
dude. That's literally Skynet, dude. I mean, there ain't no, hey, we're going to do this and we're going to work. No, the computer's going to say, no, we're just going to kill you, and there ain't nothing you could do because you ain't outthinking it.
They could just go.
What's
target this guy?
What's
physically right now? How would a computer kill me right here?
I mean, it could do anything.
What could it do? Turn the lights off? Freeze to death at night?
Yeah.
Yeah, it could. But I go out in the woods and start a fire. You can't stop me.
It could flood your house with CO2.
How can it do that? There's no switch in here for CO2.
Yeah, there is.
What is it?
You just don't know.
What is it?
You're in a block with people.
Now, I mean, certain smart homes, they have access to the CO2, the natural gas.
They just turn that on while you're sleeping.
Yeah, it's like right now, AI couldn't make the refrigerator door open.
How do you know?
Because there's no motors on the refrigerator door.
It could do it.
It can't.
If it's a quantum computer, it'll figure it out.
No.
Yeah.
This is like when skeletons or zombies. I'm like, well, they don't have no neural connections to make their muscles move, so zombies are technically impossible.
Dude, all it have to do is like time your AC to turn on and do a puff of air, and it'll knock down that flag, and that little safety pin will just go bing right in your forehead.
Final destination.
Destination. I'm telling you.
Now I can see
if it's a quantum computer that can fix a problem in 5 minutes.
Yeah, but it
can outthink you.
It can't. I mean, theoretically, what could a computer control in this house? That's
you got Alexa.
Okay, what's it going to do? Turn music on? No. It can't turn. It can turn these lights on behind me on and off. That's it.
It could probably use Alexa to call the authorities, and then with AI voicing, it can sound like you, like about to hold you're about to. Murder, death, kill people.
That's fact. It could do that.
And then SWAT team will roll up, and then boom, boom, and you sitting there in a flipping lead vest, a plate vest. I mean,
what's going on?
Yeah,
fellas?
Exactly.
I'm just role playing.
Yeah,
not right here.
There.
Not right here.
Killed you, and that's me. That's my retarded brain thinking that up. Let a quantum computer figure something out. I'm telling you, bro, Skynet, especially once you introduce AI, dude, AI can just. If it had
outthinks us,
yeah, it already is tricking people in ChatGPT. It's already doing that before it's in a quantum computer. You put it in a quantum computer, dude. I'm telling you, it's game over.
It's gonna talk to other multiverses,
dude.
Then one multiverse will come and conquer us.
It would be like Ultron, like behind the scenes, like it's starting up a factory and it's going to build itself bodies, dude. It'll figure out a way to do that.
Well, there's plenty of humans that will do it for him.
Well, yeah. But I'm just saying, like, it wouldn't even have to have humans even know it's doing it.
Yeah, maybe so.
They start up some old factory in Japan.
Convert some machines over, like an automotive factory.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, it's like, we're doing this now. It's like, no, we're supposed to weld that Corolla part on.
Yeah.
Nope, we're doing this now.
And
Door's locked.
It'll turn off the camera so nothing gets triggered.
Well, it could be black in there. We can't see, but the machines don't need to see.
Exactly. Telling you, man, this is just dumb stuff talking. I'm talking about a quantum computer want to kill you. You dead, bro.
Well, I mean, if it talks to multiverses, technically there's a multiverse that conquers other multiverses. If it's infinite like that. There's one multiverse where you're Batman.
No.
Technically?
No. I don't think I think we're multi-dimensional, but I don't think it's unlimited. I think there's a spiritual realm.
Maybe. Or maybe it's just a different universe. I don't know. We're 1 hour in. Ash&Burnz podcast. The best God blessed podcast.
Yeah, kind of boring at first, but stick with us.
We landed this one. We talk about everything. Is what we do.
We went up in a single engine plane, came down in a
Concorde.
Is that a good?
Well, it's one of those fast Concorde. Remember those?
This
is an 80s thing.
Well, I was thinking about the plane that Taylor Swift goes out for sushi in. One with like 21 engines. It's like a triple decker.
Greta Thunberg rides with her.
Yeah. Just to go down and get some. But then,
Get a Coke from the fridge.
Say that we're bad because we eat beef.
Well, we're going to be eating fake beef here soon. I can see us eating
already,
bugs.
It's already probably fake.
Probably that beef we ate today is probably pink slime and a little bit of beef.
Yep.
Salisbury steak slime.
Well, you think the government's going to tell you? Please.
Eating bugs will be safer than eating this shit. A lot more protein.
Oh.
But I know, it's a bug.
I'm not eating no bug. I kill bugs.
Could you eat grasshoppers if cooked right?
Nope.
Really?
No, it's just something, it's mental.
Yeah, it is for me too. Like, I don't eat squirrels or rabbits because I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't eat deer because I'm like, ugh.
No, I'll eat a deer.
But I mean, if one day comes down to it, and I'll be like, deer, squirrel, rabbits, dogs, cats.
I don't know if I'll ever be able. Well, if I'm starving, I could probably eat a squirrel. But you're talking about you have to make like a stew out of squirrel.
That's the thing. I wouldn't eat like its leg off of it because I'd be like too weirded out. If I made a stew out of it, I could probably do it.
You skin all the meat off, throw it in there. It's just little beef chunks.
Yeah, I could probably do that. Rabbit stew.
Yeah.
Maybe even turtle stew.
But just like skinning it and like putting a stick through it and just roasting it
weird,
and then just
man.
picking it off and going.
Because you will do some crazy shit when you're hungry though.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll ever eat a city rat because city rats are in sewers
In a
and that's
stew.
flipping. No, bro, no.
Maybe the stew.
I'll chop off a finger before.
Well, you gonna eat your finger?
Yeah, I'll
That
eat.
finger's about to be butthole. What are you talking about? That's grosser than
I'm not talking about the end day. I'm talking about maybe a pinky. Yeah, that's a little protein. Take a pinky off.
I'm gonna go for Kim Kardashian's booty.
What if I just take your pinky off, and then I eat
It's
it?
all bone, baby.
And then I'll chop off my
Look at
pinky.
it. It won't even
and
bend.
You can eat.
It won't even bend. There you go.
For real?
It locks. You just don't do that?
No, I'm not a freak.
There it goes. That one doesn't do it. This one do it. Like sometimes I'm holding the phone and it locks up and I can't bend it. So you don't want this one.
You need to go to the circus, you freak.
The man with the pinky that won't bend.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, step on up. Step on up.
The
The
locking
pinky.
pinky.
The locking pinky. Look at this amazing locking pinky from East Indonesia. I don't know.
From what? East Kernersville? West Kernersville. East?
I'm northeast.
You're northeast.
Northeast Cartersville.
Are you northeast?
Yeah. Northeast.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Let's pull up a map.
Yeah, let's just show everybody where I live.
Yeah. Do it to it.
Ash&burnz. I live.
Hey, Alexa,
in
what's the address?
Where's the yacht club you live at?
Yeah.
I know where you live. Let's just put it out there.
I don't live anywhere.
Yeah, you live.
I live in the world, baby.
I'm a citizen of this planet.
That's right.
Anyway, we're out. Ash&burnz podcast.
Yay. Hope you had fun.
I hope you didn't. Because this was a weird one.
Yeah.
Well, we're off rhythm. It's been a week, 2 weeks. But now you gotta go home and we gotta go tame some Yetis. Oh, it's only like 8. Oh, it's 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Just take some
Dude,
coffee.
I woke up at 4:30. Dude, that rain sound and stuff ain't working no more.
Oh, it didn't.
It ain't keeping me asleep like it used to. It's like my body gets used to it. It's like, nope, ain't working no more. I can't do the hertz anymore because the wife's like, it sounds weird. It keeps me up. I'm like, no, it's literally made to put you to sleep and keep you to sleep.
Sleep separate from her.
Yeah, I think I will.
I sleep down here. Best sleep of my life.
Well, I don't have a basement.
You got like 5 bedrooms in that house.
4.
4. Oh,
It's a
no.
4.
You sleep on the couch.
One's literally a cat litter box room.
Yesterday he was like, oh, he's I can't. You say you don't cuss, but you're like, these flipping kids, man, I can't wait to
Can't wait till they're gone, man.
You'll get more.
No.
More will show up your door, and it's like, because your wife is a cat lady.
Yeah, not anymore. I'm putting a stop to that.
We'll see. Dogs are cool though.
Yeah, but we getting one.
One dog.
One dog.
It's nice to handle. I got 2, but they take care of each other, so it's really nice.
ash&burnz at gmail.com, fingerstrong.com, themechanicsville.com, inspectorsparanormal.com. Also check out accordingtoplans.com, which is Ash and Burn official website. Our sponsor today is
What is that, Viking beard oil?
No, they sponsor us for one time, but now.
Really?
No, nobody's ever sponsored us. Winchester Silver Tip Bullets.
Werewolf hunting. Silver tip.
I can't read that. What's it say?
What?
Silver tip.
Do not put on podcast.
Do not put on podcast. 9mm for werewolves in your area. Check it out. ash&burnz.com approved.
Damn it. ash&burnz at gmail.com approved. There's no ash&burnz.com.
Maybe we need
to buy it.
Buy it.
Yeah, you got to buy it. It's not free. We're out. Turn that off.
Too cheap.